Thank you for tuning in, Real. How much battery power does it take to run a 5,000 watt system? How much power does it take to run an 8,000 watt system? Budget option, AGM, and lithium option. How big of an alternator? I know it's a lot, and that's a loaded question, and I'll try to sum the answer down as much as I can. When you're talking anything over 2-3K, it's highly recommended that you do eventually upgrade that alternator because you're just playing on reserve time of whatever battery that you have in there. And a 5K amplifier, if you run it normally, it's 1 ohm load, it's a 5K or whatever have you, you're going to be clamping 2, 3, 4,000 watts, so 3 to 4 times what your alternator can supply. So the batteries are going to have to be pretty legit. At least probably 3 AGM batteries for a 5K system, right? And you can get away with that on a stock alternator, but your voltage is going to be into the 11s. 11.5, 11.8, you're going to be really dipping into those batteries and probably even lower. And does that amplifier like that? Not really. You try to keep your amplifiers 12.4 and higher. It doesn't have to be exactly that, but you want to keep it higher the better. They just run cooler, they run more efficiently, the parts last longer in the long run. So with an 8K system, you're talking 5, 6, 7 AGM batteries, and that's like, okay, how am I going to fit all of these in there? And that's where lithium comes into play. It's just a lot smaller, lighter, and does the same performance. And that's just LFP. You can even have higher performance with higher voltage with LTO or lithium ion or even sodium cells. So then you're talking to supply a 5,000 to 8,000 watt system. You're talking $2,000 to $3,000 of batteries. Now, that's if you're buying them pre-built. And if you're not, you're building them yourself, you're still looking over $1,000 for something that can just handle that amount of power. And it all depends what you want to do. And, AGMs, they're not cheap. A Group 31 is about $200 to $300. So to have 3 to 7 of those, you're still in that ballpark range, and your voltage is not going to be that great. And you got all these batteries laying around. Trust me, I did it. I did it. Thank you for tuning in, Real. I would definitely look into talking to somebody when you do plan to run a system that big, exactly what batteries to go with, because the last thing you want to do is waste your money when it's like, man, I could have got these cells instead, got a diode, got a high output alternator, went full tilt boogie on it and had perfect electrical for like 15% more of what I paid for a bunch of AGMs or a bunch of lithiums that are a lower charging, and it all depends what you're trying to do. No, we definitely need to do another topic on electrical. We definitely do. I love talking about it, and Jake knows that. Jake knows that too well. Salt battery too. Yeah, sodium batteries, I do not have a problem with them. It's just no going in. They're not super cheap for the amount of performance that they do, but you are, in a way, helping out the environment. And they're way more readily available. There is no lithium in there. It's a sodium. That's how it makes the power. It's the electrolyte, and then you're good to go. And you don't have to dig for that. Sodium's everywhere. So